Hello. Today, I'm going to talk about how to be happier than God. And that probably sounds so egotistical and not possible because that's exactly what I thought when I first heard happier than God. So, this actually comes from this book called Happier Than God by Neale Donald Walsch. Hello, if you're coming in, say hi. So excited to have you join me. So, the reason I want to talk about this is because my mission is to really help you to harness your power because we are just powerful creators, and this book really helps us to do so. So, I got this book years ago when I was doing my, A to Z Happy book and just getting research and getting different point of views on the topic. And so, I got this book, Happier Than God, and then I thought I didn't even read it. I just was like, like I liked it because I had happy in it, but I didn't want to read it because it just felt a little egotistical, a little bit like, who do you think you are that you could be happier than God? But then I just got into it today or last night, and so I want to read a little excerpt from the book. So I'm going to start on page 6, just read 6 and 7 for you. So I really want you to just have an open mind when you read this and just take it all in. This is so good. Okay. So it says, this book just happened to be here, right now, because you placed it here. Okay, look, we're going to explore a lot of things that strain cruelty here, so you're going to have to stick with me on this. I told you that the reason that even the contemporary spiritual messengers were not coming out and telling you this is because so few can believe it. Yes. So, you get to decide right here, do you wish to become among them, or do you want to move past those borders? Do you want to really go exploring beyond the reaches of our present ideas and constructs? If you do, keep turning the pages here and hang on to your seat. Because this book, you caused this book to be here right now. It may not seem as though you did, but you did. How? With quantum physics. Often people use quantum physics without knowing it. That is, without being consciously aware of it. Quantum physics, quote, read that again, it has science in it. So, in case you think it's far fetched, it says, nothing that is observed is unaffected by the observer. If this is true, and it is, then you played a role in all of what is now occurring exactly as it's occurring. The only question is whether you did this consciously or unconsciously, knowingly or unknowingly, wittingly or unwittingly, but you did do it, I assure you. You attracted this book to you and caused yourself to be aware of it, and you are now reading it. All out of your deep desire to be happier. This book made its way from my keyboard to my publishing house to your bookseller to your hands, and it has nothing to do by accidents, coincidence, or happenstance. None of this occurred by chance. So be happy. You just witnessed the most extraordinary mechanism in the universe. You just witnessed the mechanism of manifestation. Let me put this another way. You have just witnessed God in action. And if that doesn't make you happy, nothing will. So, hey y'all. So that was The Happier Than God by Neale Donald Walsch. And this is just the first chapter. I just thought it was good. I'll probably just go live and share with you guys. What did you think of that? I just thought it was really powerful. It reminded me of the double split experiment. Have you guys heard of that? I did post it on my Instagram. I don't know, last week. And it just says when there's an observer in the room, there's just different splits. There's two different splits, and they have a ball going through it. And so when there's an observer in the room or a camera watching, the balls go in a straight line. And when there's no observer, no camera, they just let the balls go and they walk outside. The balls go everywhere. So what it's saying is that by our thought, by our expectation, by what we create and what we're expecting and that we believe to happen is going to happen. So this is just so powerful because I want us all to realize just how powerful we are, and we're creating with our imagination, we're creating with our belief. And so whatever it is you want in the world, so Lady Entrepreneur Society. I know a lot of the things we do is because we want to be happier. So I love talking about happiness and joy because we follow our joy, we follow our bliss. And that's really, how things just line up for us. It's not about being, it's really about doing, but being conscious of what you're bringing forth because manifestation, to manifest, just means to bring forth. And so it's a term, it's a point of quantum physics. It's not just some airy fairy lingo. It's something that you can really harness and tap into. So the only way you can really harness your power is by understanding who you are and how it works. And so this is one of the ways it works. So exciting. So that was all I really want to talk about today, is that you can be happier than God. And so really it says in the beginning that happier than God is just a metaphor. I mean, all words are just symbols anyways, but it's just like, oh, they're, richer than God, they're, more wealthy than God. And so it's just one of those terms so you can wrap your head around, like, just so, so, so happy. Like you can even imagine, because God doesn't have an image, right? So it's just like happier than you can even imagine. And so it's just like a saying that kind of gets you to look, like, kind of like a hook, right? So yeah, it's so good. And so, anyways, that was just part one, chapter one, and happier than God. I'm so excited to share it with you, and just so you can tap into how you are creating your life experience, whether you're consciously aware of it or not consciously aware of it. But now that we've discovered it, then you can be consciously aware of what you're creating. So amazing. So excited to see all of you here. So go out there and create the life that you really want. A lot of times people don't have a clear set goal on what they want. So they're letting life happen to them. But now that we know we get to be the architect of our life, we get to be the life artist, we can create a life that we are madly in love with. It's this or something better. Let life be amazing. So just believe that. And when you see, in your mind, when there's a limiting belief come up, when there's a block, when there's something that's not what you want to be, stay focused. Course in Miracles says we're far too tolerant of mind wandering. So just get back in alignment with what it is that you truly want. If there is something going on, that's not ideal, and you don't have to, like, if you're not constantly focused on it every single second, doesn't mean bad things are going to happen to you, but just be aware of it and then turn back. If you need to cry it out, feel it out, journal it out, whatever it is you're going through, do that, and then focus back on what it is that you really want to be bringing forth. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.